What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder, where we talk all things Marvel and MCU. I'm your host, Warren Thompson, and that was a big part of the opening scene for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. This scene is epic, and we actually have a description of the first 25 minutes of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness that was shown during CinemaCon that goes along with this footage. So if you're wondering what exactly is happening in this scene, we'll break it down, but we'll also give you the parts before it and a few parts that come after it, and why exactly America Chavez is there fighting with Doctor Strange in the first place. So, a lot to break down and talk about today. And big thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video, more on them in a bit. Now actually, to start off, for the Moon Knight fans, it looks like we might have discovered the official runtime for the finale episode, and if these reports are true, it's only 42 minutes, making it the shortest Moon Knight episode we've had yet. So I'm a little worried, but I really hope that they nail the ending here. We'll have to wait and see, but let's talk about the 25 minutes of footage that was shown at CinemaCon. This lines up with this clip that was released as well. This description was provided by comicbook.com, who had some people there at CinemaCon, so thank you to them for that. This is what it says about the footage that was shown for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And I have to warn you, there are some spoilers in this. Again, it's only the first 25 minutes, so nothing about the Illuminati or anything like that, but some spoilers in this, so you've been warned. The movie picks up with a demon chasing America Chavez and Defender Strange. This guy's a bit of a prick and gets killed, but America manages to escape to our MCU. Cut to Doctor Strange waking up and thinking it was all a dream. He then goes to Christine's wedding, where he's confronted about the blip and his role in what happened by Michael Stuhlbarg. Was there really only one way to beat Thanos? He asks. Strange and Christine talk at the bar. He regrets not making her a priority. She wants to introduce him to her husband. Strange is interrupted by Shuma Gorath arriving in downtown New York, and Raimi really wastes no time. Strange leaps into action and saves Chavez, and Wong joins him. All three team up to battle the monster in a magic-fueled fight. It's pretty great. And in case you don't know, Sam Raimi is of course the director of this film, and he also directed the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man trilogy. After the monster is defeated, the three head to get some food, where America introduces herself and tells them that she's being hunted. There's a funny bit where Doctor Strange explains Spider-Man to her, who apparently doesn't exist in her home universe. No Way Home made a huge impact on the MCU. But it is interesting that he mentions Spider-Man, so we'll have to come back and break that down as well. But to continue on with the scene, the main goal seems to be to find the Book of Ashanti, which Wong knows exists because he's the Sorcerer Supreme, taking a dig at his pal, Doctor Strange. They soon come to realize it's witchcraft and they need more help, so Strange seeks out Wanda. Wanda is also dreaming of her kids. WandaVision flashback basically, but no vision. She wakes up and is sad and has a sad moment before she goes out to her field to cut the tree that is seen in the trailer. She and Doctor Strange then talk about the multiverse, and he asks for her help. And that is the beginning of the movie. The very beginning of the movie. That's probably not even 25 minutes. It's probably around 15 to 20 minutes. But there's actually a lot to talk about here, including that Spider-Man reference, which I'm personally really happy that they're going to talk about, because that was obviously a huge thing that happened in No Way Home, which was kind of a Doctor Strange movie as well. But it looks like helping Peter Parker actually caused more problems even at the end by making everybody forget who he was. It looks like there are still some big repercussions. And it looks like this is kind of what Mordo and some members of the Illuminati are going to be going after Doctor Strange for. This is why he's going to be in so much trouble with the Illuminati. We've basically heard in some trailers that Strange messed with the multiverse, and he's messed with kind of the fate of a lot of different things. In the first teaser trailer, we even heard the repeat of his words, "There was no other way," implying that maybe what he did in Avengers Endgame with the Time Stone wasn't that cool either. So what does this mean for Doctor Strange, and what does it mean for Spider-Man? We'll talk about that, but first please allow me to thank our sponsors. And thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. As we all know, life can get pretty hectic sometimes, and it's pretty easy to feel overwhelmed and anxiety. Whether it's work, school, family, or relationships, sometimes you just want somebody to talk to. That's where BetterHelp comes in. If you feel like you need somebody to talk to, or you just need to check up on your mental health, BetterHelp is an online resource that allows you to do just that. Connecting with a therapist online from the comfort of your home. They have a broad range of officially licensed therapists, over 20,000 1,000 therapists in their network, which makes it very convenient to find a therapist that works for you, and you can change therapists at any time, for free. I know it can be a lot easier to receive therapy from the comfort of your own environment. And it's not just therapy sessions. You can message your therapist at any time, check out some information that may be useful to you, and schedule your appointments all from the same page. Head to betterhelp.com/cosmicwonder to answer a few questions and get paired up with a therapist within 48 hours. You'll also get 10% off your first month by clicking the link in the description down below. That's betterhelp, HELP.com/cosmicwonder. Now, we know in Spider-Man No Way Home, other people who knew who Spider-Man were coming through the multiverse from their other universes. And at the end, it did seem like Doctor Strange may have solved everything by just simply making everybody forget who Peter Parker was. And it looks like that worked, but also didn't work because, as this says, there's a funny bit where Doctor Strange explains Spider-Man to her, who apparently doesn't exist in her home universe. No Way Home made a huge impact on the MCU. Now, originally, as I read this, I go, okay, well, he knows who Spider-Man is, that doesn't necessarily know that he knows that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. But since Doctor Strange is kind of in trouble for the events that took place in No Way Home, I'm assuming something did not go all the way right. In fact, Doctor Strange even said in No Way Home, he told Peter he didn't even go to the dean or anybody at the university to plead his case before he had him alter the minds of millions and millions and billions of people, which eventually Doctor Strange did do. And if you're the Illuminati, that's probably not okay, especially if you're only doing it for one person. So I'm sure this is going to be addressed somehow, but I am really curious on whether he knows Peter Parker is Spider-Man or not, or if he just knows who Spider-Man is. Because remember, the spell had everybody forget who Peter Parker was. Spider-Man should still exist in the universe, even though it seems like the universe that America Chavez comes from doesn't have one. Now, as we've been talking about for a while, this says that Doctor Strange, Defender Strange, dies. And it looks like we've pretty much seen that scene now from the TV spots. Defender Strange and America Chavez are in a crazy world. They're fighting some crazy ribbon monster, and they fall through a portal, but it does kind of look like Defender Strange is dead as he falls through the portal, probably sacrificing himself to protect America Chavez. So the fact that he dies in the very beginning of the movie isn't that much of a surprise to me. However, I do think we might see another variant that is kind of just like him in another universe. Now, really the biggest thing I want to talk about here is the Book of the Vishanti, because it seems like that is actually going to set up a battle between the Book of the Vishanti and the Darkhold, which Wanda has. You could view the Book of the Vishanti as kind of the opposite of the Darkhold. The Book of the Vishanti contains the most powerful white magic spells known, and many of them can counter other magical spells. In fact, the book itself can actually be used to deflect magic. It has numberless pages. As you read, the pages just kind of appear out of nowhere. However, the spells and the magic that you learn from the book can only be used for defense, never for offense. So this book is probably going to be how they counter the Scarlet Witch in Multiverse of Madness. And this will most likely how they bring Wanda back from, let's say, the dark side and perhaps save her. At least I hope that's the case. I hope she doesn't continue to be evil. I hope Doctor Strange, with the help of the Book of the Vishanti and Wong and America Chavez, can save our girl finally. But fortunately, we don't have that much longer to wait until we finally see what happens in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. About a week to go now for most people seeing it on May 5th. So let me know what you think about this opening in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos, and for live updates you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.